test your level there too.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nope. It's not working.
Be grab a little sniffer.
I mean, he is running. He's literally running down the hall to help me.
Now you have to do it. Actually, I can take this out because it's not working. Don't say anything inappropriate.
Okay.
I mean, say whatever you want.
Okay.
You're alive.
But, yeah, so he was... Jeez, here we go. But yeah. Jeff.
Where did he get this?
Todd's brother is like good buddies with him, and they go to like 30A, you know, in Florida.
Yeah, that's where he told me he was going to be at
Right.
House Beach.
Yeah.
That's where his house is.
Yeah, he just built one. Yeah.
Well, looking at that photo, I don't blame him.
I don't either. That's why I'm like, I'm not.
I don't think it was Sean. I think it was Doug. I think Doug
Could've
dropped the
been,
ball.
You know, probably
But that's
so.
the thing, you don't get the straight answer from them. They're all like a bunch of...
Whoa.
What?
Sean Spicer just resigned.
Yeah.
We knew that was going to happen. Doesn't matter when. How much time do we have?
30 seconds.
I'll go to the next break.
Yeah.
Right, we got Greg coming on, right?
Yep, Greg's coming on. Greg.
Greg Allman?
No, let's call Greg now. I know, I'm a loser. I'm telling you,
Call
it's
him
the
too.
case of the Fridays, man. Dunc and Holder, hour number 2 here on Sports 1280, NOLA.com, 101.1 FM HD2, and the iHeartRadio app. If you want to get involved in the show, I feel like I haven't even said this. I'm having a case of the Fridays.
We need some callers. Friday.
I'm having a case of the Fridays. 504-260-1280. I feel like it's been like brain fart central for me.
Yes. Thank you, Dave. Perfectly timed.
It's almost like school's out for the weekend. School's out. It's like, oh, let's get out of here. And
You're like a typical New Orleanian. You took off Friday. You just made it a 3-day weekend.
Well, you don't technically take off, right? Don't you call, say, the Friday lunches? I'm sure you've attended one or two in your life, knowing you as a person who loves to wine and dine.
No question.
I'm sure you've taken part in a few of those.
No doubt about it. That's part of being a New Orleanian, right? You go to Galatoire's, stand in line around 11 o'clock to get your table, and then you stay there straight through dinner.
I'm sure some restaurant out there has to be listening, and I think Duncan Holder should do that. I think we should.
I love it.
I think we should. Maybe there, but I don't think they sell cocktails at Dunkin' Donuts.
It's a natural sponsorship, right? Shouldn't it be? Dunkin' Yo-Yos. Do you remember those? Is that before your time?
Yes!
I thought so.
Thank goodness.
We ruled the yo-yo market.
You're either imitating Coach O or you're talking about the Dunkin'. I do know the Dunkin' yo-yos. Never mind. You walk the dog and the butterfly yo-yo.
It was a thing.
One of the yo-yos had the jewels. I mean, this is the worst radio ever. Thankfully, Greg Allman for the Tampa Bay Times is joining us. Greg, please save us. We're having a case of the Fridays, and we're ready to escape. We've been on the air for 1 week, and we're already ready to escape.
We're floundering.
Yes! Okay, good. But yo-yo radio is the worst radio probably on planet Earth.
Next to fantasy football.
Exactly. I want to mention your story that you posted today, and to me, I think it was a pretty cool idea, and it was the NFL's most badass players. And I know you included our colleague Herbie Teopia. I did some voting as well, and both teams that we cover were there. I know the Saints weren't represented. Were the Tampa Bay Bucks represented in this story? Yeah, so that was the idea of the story. Now, you look at the story, and there are a lot of players who got votes. I feel like at least the 3 players I voted for were in the top 10, but I should have thought harder because James Harrison, who he was number 1, I'd say he's probably easily the biggest badass in the NFL that you'd never want to see in a dark alley or in daylight if you're in trouble. Greg, I voted for Cam Chancellor, I voted for Aaron Donald, and I voted for Von Miller. And I was surprised to see Tom Brady in that list. He does not seem badass. He seems pretty boy to me. Like, if it was an all frat-tastic team, he might be number 1, or at least in the top 5. I don't think of Drew Brees as a badass. I think of him as a dad.
Or a senator.
Right, or a senator, right.
All right, well, Greg, let's talk about the Bucks prospects. I mean, we were just talking earlier about the Saints and how this division is really one of the few, I think, even though Atlanta's coming off that great year, you really never know what you're going to get in this division from year to year. I think all 4 teams could make a legitimate claim to maybe win in this division, even though Atlanta clearly is going to go into the year as the front runner. Where do you think Tampa kind of factors into the equation? A lot of great playmakers brought in to help out Jameis Winston this offseason. Deshaun Jackson signed in free agency. And then in the draft, O.J. Howard, the tight end, of course, from Alabama, that everybody seemed like consensusly believes is going to be a star in the NFL. And then Chris Godwin, also a highly thought of wide receiver. How do you factor in all these guys along with Mike Evans and obviously a very good tight end in Cameron Brate a year ago? can Tampa do to make Raymond James Stadium more of a home field advantage? I know Coach Cotter talked about that a year ago, and we've noticed that when we've gone down to Tampa, the Saints fans bring a ton of fans down there and kind of turn it into a 50-50 proposition. That's got to be a priority for them, don't you think? Wow, that's amazing.
Greg Allman from the Tampa Bay Times covers the Bucks for that publication here on Dunc and Holder. One final question, and we'll let you run. Defensively, we know Levante David. Of course, we know McCoy. Who are some guys you're looking to maybe elevate this defense and give the Saints some concern when they play them twice this season? Greg Allman from the Tampa Bay Times. You can follow him on Twitter, Greg Allman. And, of course, follow his great work at the Tampa Bay Times. And go check out his cool story on the biggest badasses in the NFL. Cool off-season story. And, hey, bud, I appreciate you getting me involved. Look, at least I didn't get number one, but I got 3 in the top 10. So I'm going to give myself some credit. Yeah, you got it. And thank you for hopping on the show. And we'll certainly catch up with you down the line, no doubt. All right, bud.
Thanks, Greg.
Yep. Look, Tampa Bay is one of those teams that you feel like they're getting better. Chris Baker, he mentioned, I think is a sneaky good signing. He kind of flew under the radar in free agency. And for us here in New Orleans, we weren't thinking of the defensive tackle market because you got Nick Fairley and then you were good. And you forgot about it. And now, of course, the Saints do not have Nick Fairley.
I think the guy to watch down there is Noah Spence.
You've always been high on him.
Second year, a guy that the Saints I know looked at very hard in the 2016 draft. He could break out kind of the way Vic Beasley did for Atlanta in his second year.
I'm wondering what happens with Kendall Beckwith. He was drafted by the Bucks, of course, former LSU middle linebacker. I'm curious. And they have Quan Alexander, who's kind of an upstart. So
you know who else they have? Ryan Griffin, number 3 quarterback.
I am shaking in my boots. I know everyone in America is. Because
just pointing it out.
Ryan, they also have Ryan Fitzpatrick. You heard he went to the Ivy League? You heard that?
Yes, I think I've heard.
Breaking news? Yeah, right. Breaking news. Come on back. Dunc and Holder, Sports 1280, 100.1 FM HD2, NOLA.com, and the iHeart app. Jeff doing a cabbage patch.
That was pretty good. I've eaten 3 cupcakes. And I need to go.
A little bit more.
You got time?
Yeah, you got 3. We got 3 minutes. Should we take it to the top? Magician.
Oh, this is what I need.
So you're a magician.
This is awesome. I think this will.
Is the phone looking for Michael eye level?
I don't know.
I might have to drop it down in the router. Let's see, get rid of this.
Yeah. Alright. There's that.
It might be looking for Michael level. Might have to drop it down in the router. It's an iPhone, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what we get through the headphones.
Cool. Okay.
I'm not getting anything. Oh. Got it now, I think. No,
It's not coming from there. It's coming out of the other room.
Yeah, no. Huh.
Sure your AC stays running like a gazelle. And now, when you buy a Napa Legend battery, you get a prepaid Visa card by mail worth $15 or lose more of your hard-earned money in the stock market. Then just ignore me. But if you'd like to generate a steady, predictable income, I'm talking real wealth and financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. A free report is now available that reveals the money-making secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. It reveals how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and wealth-building power without risking your money in the Wall Street casino. To get your free special report, visit bankonyourself.com. That's bankonyourself.com. Rich Eisen here, otherwise known as Sleep Number 60. I went into my local Sleep Number store and found out what my sleep number is, and found out that through my sleep number, I've got the best night's sleep around. The Sleep Number 360 smart bed is what I got when I went into my local Sleep Number store, because it's designed to keep me and my wife effortlessly comfortable for the best possible sleep on the same mattress. Now, like all of their beds, Sleep Number 360 smart beds lets you choose your ideal firmness and support on each side of the bed, your sleep number setting. Did you know Sleep Number beds cost about the same as a traditional mattress and then last twice as long? Best of all, 91% of owners recommend. So it's time for you to meet the bed that could only come from Sleep Number, the 360 smart bed. Right now, you can save on Sleep Number 360 smart beds plus a 2016 Queen C4 mattress for only $12.99. Save $300. Visit any of the 550 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Visit sleepnumber.com to find a Sleep Number store near you, and be sure to tell them Rich Eisen sent you. This is Dunc and Halter on Sports 1280, New Orleans. Welcome back, Dunc and Halter. Jeff Dunc and Larry Halter from NOLA.com. 504-260.
Study review of Morton Anderson's Take It to the Top is coming. Just be prepared. It's coming.
Vinyl study, not film study.
Oh, because it is not on CD, it is not on cassette, it's not on 8-track, it is on vinyl.
And if anybody out there listening happens to have a copy, an actual copy of this single, please contact us. We've got to get a copy of it.
Is it like cha-ching? Is it like, Superdome to the Super Bowl? Is it like that good? Like epic Saints song lore?
Oh, I think it's way better. I don't think those, I Believe, any of those songs hold a candle to this. This is epic.
I'm going to start singing, and we need to stop that. Let's hit the phone lines, 504-260-1280. Pete in Algiers. This is like the chief of Algiers. I know this is Pete. I'm assuming it's the Pete I know. What's up, my friend? How are you today? That's the Pete I know. It's the Pete I know. That's what I'm talking about. Dominate. Exactly. Jeff, what do you think about that? My serve is as hard as my head.
Pete, are you his agent? What's going on here? I mean, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. He paid you to come on here and endorse him?
Well, we paid Mickey Loomis.
Wow.
Pete is vicious. Pete is a vicious competitor. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Pete, appreciate you giving us a call, my friend. And yes, let's see.
Yeah, I bet you do appreciate it.
I gave Mickey Loomis $33. I gave Alvin Gentry $35. So what is the bar tab I owe you over at Aurora coming soon? So if I put up a $20 tab, you are getting hammered. It's going to be beautiful.
I love it.
I'm going to be drinking liquids. I don't know what it's going to be.
Brown liquid, maybe?
Exactly. I'm glad I didn't play last night. It would have been a disaster. Ah, there we go. Well, we are talking about it. I mean, it's Friday. We're ready to get out, and we're ready to play some crazy Saints songs. So, there you go. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. That's Pete from Algiers, and his son Jody, who's the tennis instructor over there, is a big follower of ours,
Is that
of
Pete
our work.
Holder, maybe?
No,
No?
my dad's name is Larry, so it's
Just checking.
What do you want me to do? I don't plant these things; they just happen. It's
Okay.
organic.
Okay.
It's totally.
We appreciate the call,
organic.
Pete. We really do.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And look, we've had some callers call in from Minnesota this week, the iHeart app. We've had some other callers calling all over the city, and we really appreciate it. I mean, it's literally week one for us, and it's been a long time since I've done a daily show. It's the first time Jeff has ever done a daily show, and it's been fun, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And totally, the time totally flies by. We talked about that. 2 hours with the breaks, with all the great guests we have, and we made a little bit of news along the way, having these great guests.
Absolutely. And I'm going to have to give a little plug for us. You can catch us on Sunday on Fox 8 on The Final Play. We made an appearance on there, and we will be talking all things Saints training camp. Little bit of the radio show, and my goodness, we are about to have a treat here. Whistle Monster with an A at the end on Dunc and Holder. What is up, my friend? How are you? Well, call in. I'd love it. I mean, hey, that's what we do. We whistle. We get crazy, and we have you on, my man. Little Corey Johnson shout out there.
Whistle, let me tell you something. Whistle, you don't have to worry about Adrian Peterson's body. I mean, he is ripped. Like no player I've ever seen at age, what is he, 32 now?
I'm going to go on a record here and say he's a good-looking man.
Oh, my gosh.
I just did it. He
It's
is.
Friday.
He is a good-looking man.
No, here's my concern with Adrian Peterson right now, and in the mini camps, he looked great, but he's running on air in 7-on-7 drills and things like that. My concern and why I'm a little skeptical and will in wait and see mode is what's he going to look like in week 4 or week 10 once he starts taking hits. And I know he's in great shape, but Father Time is undefeated, and is he going to be able to withstand that punishment? That's why I think Sean Payton has a great plan between him and Mark Ingram. He's not going to have to carry the workload like he did in Minnesota. So I think if he's getting 10 to 12 touches a game, that's going to be about right for him at this age, and it's going to prolong his career and Mark Ingram's.
Yeah. I see your pictures on Facebook, dude. I see your pictures on Facebook. You live at Galatoire's on a Friday. I mean, I don't even think you leave. You never leave. There you go.
Whistle, didn't you just come back from a nice fishing trip? Where were you at? Down in the Gulf somewhere in the marsh? Nice. No, I've seen the photos. You have testimony in photographic evidence.
There you go. Well, Whistle, yeah, there you go. Whistle Monster. I love it. And that's not a bird. That's a real word. Oh, get me some. Whoa, I'm
that was an unexpected surprise.
Exactly.
Love it.
Let's take one more phone caller, and then we'll take a break here on Dunc and Holder. Let's go to DJ and NOLA East. This is the same DJ that used to call. There you go. What's up? There you go. There you go. Yeah. Appreciate it, DJ. Thanks for the phone call, and thanks for being a loyal follower of our work. Hey, Jeff, look, some people love us. I remember we came in and did some promos as we go to break here on Dunc and Holder, and I remember you even saying we're going to turn people around. You know, a lot of people, you can go on a message board, and they can say, Jeff Duncan, dead to me. Larry Holder, dead to me. And you said, we're going to turn them around, and I said, no chance we're not. Maybe we've turned around like 2 people. Maybe.
I'm telling you, it's the vocal minority on those message boards. We are loved in New Orleans.
I think maybe 1 person loves me who lives in New Orleans. I hope that's my wife.
I know Pete loves you.
Pete loves 2 people. Pete definitely loves me. But no, thanks for all the phone calls. And coming up next, what you've been waiting for. Final review of Take It to the Top, the #1 hit to no one, from Morten Anderson and Brian Hansen. It is the most, one of the most absurd songs I've ever heard, and it's glorious.
So awful, it's awesome.
That's a good way to put it. Come on back. Sports 1280, 101.1 FM HD2, NOLA.com, and the iHeartRadio app. We're Dunc and Holder.
Okay.
What do you
It's
know?
the
Oh, shoot.
I got it to work, but it is
What do you know?
is it on mic or line?
Yeah,
Okay, that works.
I know. I was like, I didn't see
But
that
it
coming.
sounds
It's too loud.
yeah.
Spruce Flats TGIF on this Friday, expecting a few scattered showers at 30 to 40%. Temperatures still going to be on the hot side in the low 90s. Now tonight, most rain ends with lows in the mid to upper 70s. Over the weekend, we do see rain chances creeping up. 50 to 60% coverage for Saturday and Sunday. Not going to be a washout with many dry hours, with high temperatures in the upper 80s to the lower 90s. From the Fox 8 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Bruce Katz with your Weather Authority forecast. Cool off with new Minute Maid slushies at McDonald's. Download and register the McDonald's app and get a free small slushie, or try a medium anytime for just $1.49. Limited time participation may vary. See mcbapp.com for details. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Napa know-how. Buckets are good. Good at storing, carrying, and hauling all kinds of stuff. But the Napa bucket for $3.99 does more good than that. Like getting you 20% off 3 or more items that fit inside, and donating $1 to the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund. So do our soldiers and yourself some good and save 20% with the Napa bucket. That's Napa know-how. Napa know-how. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Exclusions apply. Offer expires 7/31/17. A worldwide phenomenon is back. Our 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival. September 22nd and 23rd at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Over 20 of the greatest performers on the planet converge in Las Vegas for 2 nights. Keep listening all this weekend for your chance to win tickets before you can even buy them. Awesome. Set a reminder for our exclusive Capital One cardholder pre-sale that starts Tuesday at 12 p.m.
If you have a Lowe's Advantage card, you can get an extra 5% off every day on items big or small. So you can save an extra 5% on a new coat of paint, updating appliances, replacing the flooring, and even save an extra 5% on little things like cleaning supplies, laundry detergent, and air filters. The big to-dos to the everyday essentials. You get an extra 5% savings every day when you use your Lowe's Advantage card. If you don't have one, apply today. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's. Subject to credit approval and can't be combined with any other credit offers. Exclusions apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
If you want to work until you drop, reduce your standard of living in retirement, or lose more of your hard-earned money in the stock market, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to generate a steady, predictable income, I'm talking real wealth and financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. A free report is now available that reveals the money-making secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. It reveals how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and wealth-building power without risking your money in the Wall Street casino. To get your free special report, visit bankonyourself.com. That's bankonyourself.com.
AutoZone presents Wash and Wax. Washing your car removes road grime and dirt buildup that can scratch your car's finish, while a good coat of wax helps protect that beautiful shine. And right now, you can get 23 ounces of Black Magic Tire Wet for only $3.99. So visit your local AutoZone. With over 5,000 locations, the right supplies and good advice are just around the corner. Let's get you what you need. See store for restrictions and details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Your home for Cakes Baseball. Sports 1280, New Orleans.
Dunc and Holder back at you. Speaking of Cakes Baseball, just a programming note, on Monday we will have an abbreviated show. I think the Baby Cakes play at 11 o'clock. 11 a.m. and pregame starts at 10:50, so Dunc and Holder will be about 45 minutes. Short Monday for us.
Truncated.
Yes, something like that. But what is not truncated is what's coming up next. This is going to be...
Nor should it be.
All of its glory. We've been teasing it. I feel like I'm Casey Kasem. It's like, #1 hit from 1985. Taking it to the top. Or is it Take It to the Top?
Take It to the Top. I think I mistakenly kept calling it Taking It to the Top.
That is blasphemous. But yes, yesterday we had Hall of Fame kicker Morton Anderson on, and if you missed that interview, it was an awesome interview. You can go check it out on our NOLA.com iTunes page and our NOLA.com SoundCloud page, and check out that great interview. But I literally got 4 words into a question, and it was about him singing this song at his Hall of Fame party, and Jeff is going to make sure he does this. But this is the song, and Jeff has got all the lyrics. I mean, it's a work of art.
Well, he recorded this in 1985 with fellow Saint and Saint specialist Brian Hansen, who was kind of his running mate. He was the punter back then. And they recorded it, as Morton told us yesterday, in the music mecca of Ville Platte, Louisiana. And it was, I think, recorded in a garage. I'm sure Morton is having fun with that at Kix Records, or let's who distributed it, Kix Records, in 1985. And I think Dave's got it queued up here, so we'll listen to a little bit of it, and then we will just
we will
break it down. We will break it down.
We will go through all the meaning of the lyrics. This is already absurd. It's already absurd.
With a smile on her face, 'cause I know it's gonna win a place at the top. Ride the emotion under your feet, you can taste it now. You can feel the heat, everybody wants a front row seat at the top.
All right, we got to stop it right here. Front row seat at the top. Okay, so
I love that line.
Yesterday we had when we had Morton on, he was talking about how Volbeat and he's what did he say they were? Melodic, and I thought he was melodic, and I thought he was talking about mullets. Well, they have Flock of Seagulls here with their album cover or something. But Jeff, dissect what these guys were talking about.
Well, just a quick recap here, because you probably couldn't make out the lyrics. That not the highest quality recording I've ever heard.
Something like that. Like that.
We all know, just like a lead in a great column or a great story, you really have to hook the reader or the listener right off the bat, and they do that right away here. Let's go through these lyrics. Some treat a race like a love embrace, and they go for it with a smile on their face because they know it's going to win a place at the top. Right away, you're hooked.
I mean, that is the hook. I mean,
motivated.
It's almost like, I think of it like Vanilla Ice. Yo, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Look, it's the same hook. It's the same hook, but they're not even stealing like Vanilla Ice did. This is original.
And the momentum carries on right into the second stanza. Ride the emotion under your feet. You can taste it now. You can feel the heat. Everybody wants a front row seat at the top.
For the kicker and the punter in 1985. I need it. Dave, let's keep this thing going. I know Dave is loving life with this song. Yeah! I'm fired up. They had to be playing this in the Saints workout room. Imagine like Ricky Jackson pumping iron to this jam. Beautiful.
I'm going to go run a marathon. I'll be back.
All right, Dave, let's stop it right here. I feel like with this song, it's like a mid-'80s montage. And it's as if me and Jeff are training for a boxing match, and we're running on a beach, and then all of a sudden it's like Rocky III, and then by the end in our short shorts we get in the ocean and they're hugging because we're just loving it. I can imagine Brian Hansen and Morton Anderson just running down, let's say like Frenchman Street in their like little white short shorts on the album cover and just hugging it out and jumping up and down, and I mean, glory.
It's quintessential 80s. There's nothing but synthesizers in this song. I don't think there's one instrument being played. I know there's not one instrument being played.
I thought there was a guitar in there.
No,
but
that's a
Yet.
synthesizer.
Are you
Clearly
sure?
a synthesizer.
Are you sure?
There's
it's
no
a
instrument.
Keytar. It's a keytar. That's what it is.
There you go.
There's nothing on the liner notes indicating anybody's playing any instruments. All right, now quick, the chorus, in case you didn't get it, as we were so motivated, we were so fired up we couldn't help ourselves. We're going to make it. We're going to take it to the top. This is my favorite line right here. This is so awesome. We're going to go there and be all the things that we want to be. There's nothing to it. We'll sail right through it to the top. We're going to make it after all. And, of course, the motivational kicker here, no one falls to the top.
No, you have to climb to the top.
That's pretty profound.
Exactly, Dave. Look, Dave, we're making your Friday better.
You are. I'm excited. I feel like I'm about to, fire up the Nintendo and I put in some brand new game and that's the synthesized music that's like, come on, let's go fight.
Like Contra or like Super Mario Brothers or some Duck Hunt, something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Payton, in his address to the team next week when he gets the team meeting, mentions somewhere along the line, gentlemen, no one falls to the top.
That's going to be their slogan. Or, like I said, it
mic drop, walk out of the room.
You know how it's, what is it, finish or whatever their slogan are. They have a little T-shirt. They do whatever. This should be, take it to the top, should be their slogan for the year. And it would honor Morton Anderson in the Hall of Fame. Perfection. You're welcome, Saints. You're welcome, Sean Payton.
I would expect to hear this in the Dome at some point over the PA. We got to work on that.
People will leave.
But say, please don't do that.
it's better than stand up and get crunk.
Yeah. Yes. Instead of crunk, they score a touchdown, or at least if Will Lutz hits a field goal, this needs to be played. Have we even finished the song? I didn't think so.
No, but the greatest line ever is coming up.
All right. I think of Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Running Man.
Awesome.
I don't even know. All right, let's stop. I don't even know what he's saying at that point.
Yeah, that second stanza was a little muddy.
They couldn't clean that thing up in the studio. But should have got Dr. Dre in there to clean it up.
I'm nominating this line for lyric of the year, maybe lyric of all time.
I can't wait for this to be in your column. You're gonna slip it in and not know it. It's gonna be like
after
subliminal.
Morton is inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I would nominate him for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for this one line alone: "Soar like an eagle, coo like a dove. When you're next to it, it feels like love."
Why? What does love have to do with any of this
anything
stuff?
More need to be said?
Love. Just trying to find things that rhyme. I think they're just throwing things at the wall.
Jump like a tiger, roar like a lion. You got to fight for it. You can't stop trying. If you need it, they say what's yours is mine at the top.
Morton Anderson is going to punch us in the face next time he sees us.
I think he probably deservedly would.
That last line sounded more like a haiku than lyrics.
Exactly.
And let's credit music and lyrics aren't by, I know we're all shocked at this, Morton and Brian Hansen did not write the lyrics. David Gilliott and Chris Bro. So if you're out there by some miracle listening, call us.
That smells like veal plat.
Gilliott and Bro. Yeah.
That smells like veal plat. There you go. How does the Great Dane, you'd figure he could go to Copenhagen. He could go home and record this. No, veal plat.
How did they get talked into this? We have to do another show and get Morton back.
He's going to punch us in the face.
They drove all the way to Ville Platte to record it. It's incredible.
Was it on their off day on a Tuesday or something?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the 30 for 30 on this.
It will be about 5 for 5 or something. Let's finish up the song. I have no idea how much song we have left, Dave. How much?
There's a lot of synthesizer coming.
2 minutes of pain.
Oh my God.
2 minutes of pain.
How about we just go into break and just let this bad boy play, and maybe we can get it out of our head, but I promise you we won't. Dunc and Holder, come on back. We got one more segment, Sports 1280, 101.1 FM HD2, iHeartRadio app, and on NOLA.com, and God bless you for listening to this.
Have you ever had way too much to drink at an LSU game and woke up shirtless in the bed of your truck the next morning? Yeah, me neither. Just asking. It's the Josh Ennis Show, weekdays at noon on Sports 1280, New Orleans.
Rich Eisen here. The Honda Accord is a summer standout. It's stylish, spacious, and thanks to the available 278 horsepower V6 engine with sport mode, it's got moves too. It even comes equipped with Honda Sensing, a suite of available safety and driver assistive technologies like the collision mitigation braking system. It helps bring the Accord to a stop when it senses that there could be an impact. So hurry into the Honda Summerbration sales event where well-qualified buyers can score a hot deal on a 2017 Accord.
Concur does what might seem impossible for your business. It makes employees happy and finance happy. How? Well, employees love automated expense reports and invoices they can submit and approve from anywhere. And finance loves that they have full visibility into employee spend. Plus, Concur integrates with leading finance systems. Concur makes the process better for everyone. Concur. Expense, travel, invoice. Learn more at concur.com.
Hurry in. For a limited time, get big savings on automotive batteries while they're hot. Visit AutoZone today for hot deals on the parts and supplies you need. While heat causes battery fluid to evaporate, which could damage your battery, Duralast batteries are designed to beat the heat, tested to start your car at up to 167 degrees Fahrenheit. And right now, you'll get a $20 AutoZone gift card by mail-in rebate when you buy select automotive batteries. Let's get you what you need. Restrictions and details apply. Limit 2.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
We've all heard this.
I'm hungry.
When the snack attack, attacks, NatureBox has you covered with delicious snacks you can feel good about. Delivered right to your door. Asiago and cheddar cheese crisps, whole wheat chocolate chip cookies, and over 80 more unique snacks. All under 200 calories per serving, so you can indulge too. Visit naturebox.com/radio, and for a limited time, get a free box with 4 snacks. That's a $19 value for free. Visit naturebox.com/radio for your free box with 4 snacks today.
Are you a veteran looking for your next career? Hope Center is sponsoring a job fair for veterans. Participating employers will include the New Orleans Police and Sheriff's Departments, the VA Medical Center, Delta Personnel, Goodwill Industries, and many more. Come with your resume and be prepared to open the next chapter in your life. For dates and times, go to hopecenterla.org. A message from Fox Sports 1280 Communities, helping to make a difference in New Orleans.
While many rose up with violence, he sat down for peace. Mahatma Gandhi reached out with the strength he cultivated within his soul. So, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Dunc and Holder now. Josh Innes next at noon on Sports 1280, New Orleans.
This song is so lame. The Morton Anderson song should have been in Rocky. They totally missed. Totally missed.
This has no comparison to Ticket to the Top.
No comparison. Because Morton Anderson's actually a real athlete. I know Carl Weathers is from New Orleans. I get that. But no. Morton, way above. And Brian Hansen, the punter, way above Apollo Creed. Give me a break.
Just look at the cover of the vinyl record.
And you tweeted it, right?
Yeah, I'll tweet it out again.
Jeff
if anybody
Duncan
follows
_, he tweeted it, and it's. Doesn't he have like a mesh shirt?
No, this one he's wearing the Wimbledon outfit, all white.
Oh, okay. On Twitter,
short shorts.
Yeah, on Twitter from Tamale Man. I think Morton recorded that in the same place as Dirk Diggler. Now, Dirk Diggler's song, remember? Feel my heat. I mean, it sounded that bad. As in Dirk Diggler.
It was similar.
As in Dirk Diggler, yeah. Let's go to phone lines, 504-260-1280. We got a couple more minutes. If you want to jump in real quick, we got an open segment. And then following us from noon to 2, Josh Ennis. 2 to 4, Jordy Holtberg. Jordy Holtberg, hello. And Corey Johnson from 4 to 6 here on Sports 1280. Jack in River Ridge, what's up, brother? Thanks for calling Dunc and Holder. What you got?
Great first week, guys. Hey, Larry, I never thought that anybody could make me appreciate Rebecca Black, but I believe Morton Anderson has done that now.
if we're referring to my former show where we would play Rebecca Black's Friday at the top of every hour on a Friday. And, I mean, I think when we started, Rebecca Black might have been 13. At this point, she might be 37. I mean, I think she got old quick.
And look, guys, I want to go way off topic with Jeff, only because I know from here on it's going to be all football. I hope y'all don't mind.
No,
Jeff, I have a horse racing question.
Oh, well,
bring it.
I love Josh Ennis is not planning on getting on the air by noon because Jeff will be here all day for you.
Well, Jeff, the thing is, do you think that the people who are running horse racing have completely given up on it? You think they're just going to let it die? And one of the main, things I'll talk about is the sticker price on the daily racing form is now $11. Churchill sells it for $8, but can you imagine if you're a young person and you wanted to go out there to watch the races? Say you got $50 in your pocket. Are you really going to spend almost $10 on something that you don't understand? I mean, it just seems like they don't care. They just let it die. I mean, sick people like us are going to keep buying the form because that's what we're used to. But I just want to know your thoughts on that. And guys, y'all have a great, like I said, great first week. Y'all have a good weekend.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it. Jeffrey, go ahead.
Well, look, Jack, I think you got to distinguish between the racing forums. They're like any other newsprint product. They're trying as best they can to stay afloat as everything's going digital. So I would differentiate between the daily racing forum trying to hustle everybody for sticker prices and racing in general. I think racing in some ways is getting more popular than ever. The big events, that is, are more popular than ever. We see ratings are going up for the Kentucky Derby and the Triple Crown races, the Breeders' Cup. Attendance at those events is going through the roof. I think the biggest challenge is there's really no overall governing body except for the NTRA that I think looks out for the best interests of all of horse racing. Everybody's competing among themselves for the consumer dollar and the gambling dollar, and no one's looking out for the overall best interests of horse racing. That's not anything new. That's been going on for decades, and they're certainly not alone in that. You can make the same critique of, say, boxing, where you have different governing bodies.
That's why we have this clown show going on right now.
Exactly. So, look, I'm a big horse racing fan. I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. I love the sport, and I don't think it's going away at all. I actually think there's some reason for optimism, but there's obviously some concerns as well.
Well, to me, the fact that you actually had a Triple Crown winner, and I think that's the number one reason why people are tuning in, because they figure it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Now that it finally happened a couple years ago, I think it draws people in.
I think it was a bad sign. This kind of flies under the radar here locally, but Del Mar, which is one of the big boutique meets out in California, their opening day was Wednesday. Routinely, they will draw 40,000 to Del Mar Racetrack. They only drew about 36,000. That's strange. It should have been going up because that's an epic landmark day on the West Coast for horse racing. Today is opening day of Saratoga. So I know Greg Bensel out with the Saints offices, GMB Racing, the Benson horses, they will be running at Saratoga probably sometime later this summer as they begin another quest for a Kentucky Derby entry.
I need you to look up how Menacing Dennis is doing.
Oh, I forgot about that horse.
Menacing Dennis is a Bill Parcells-owned horse, and he named it after Sean Payton, and you're wondering what the heck are you talking about? Menacing Dennis that does not have neither Sean nor Payton in it. He used to call Sean Payton when he was under the staff in Dallas, Dennis the Menace, and so he bought a horse and named it after Sean Payton. I think when I wrote the column a year ago, Menacing Dennis ran one race and finished 8th. You need to check on that.
We did. We followed him for a while, and I don't think he ever broke his maiden, from what I remember. But Bill Parcells is a huge horse racing aficionado. Has his stable, if you're ever reading the Daily Racing Forum's August Dawn stable, that's Bill Parcells, and he's got plenty of horses running at Saratoga, I guarantee it.
Well, horse racing, I did not expect that to come up.
Little turn.
This week, but that's almost like me talking about tennis. You're like horse racing geek, I'm like tennis geek. So they both came up today.
You're right. We're versatile. You don't know what you're going to get here, including music, great 80s music.
What a disaster of a show was today.
Way to end the week on a high note. We took it right to the bottom.
Exactly. Plummeted to the bottom. Nah, awesome week of shows this week. We're super thrilled. And look, keep on coming back. We'll be back on Monday. Want to thank Josh Katzenstein. Want to thank Neil McCready. Want to thank Greg Allman. Want to thank all of our callers. Awesome week. And check out everything. NOLA iTunes page. NOLA SoundCloud for the podcast. Jeff, thank you. Dave, thank you. Emma, appreciate you putting up with us as she's ready to jump out the window because she's
ready to throw a party. She's done with us.
Absolutely. So Josh Ennis coming up next. Jordy Holtberg after here from 2 to 4. Corey Johnson from 4 to 6. I can tell you we got one guest booked next week. Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk. He will join us